Welcome back to the Bull Sense Gaming Podcast, PS2 edition. Today, we're taking it Marvel, one of the powerhouses of the PlayStation 2 era. My childhood was mostly Spider-Man, Ultimate Alliance, Incredible Hulk, and Ghost Rider, but there are so many more games that I missed out on. Today's pick is one of them. Let's just say Marvel went emo on us. Let's grill up the extraordinary Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. Before we begin, I do have to give a special shout out to my brother Dag the Rapper for recommending this game to me. And it's a very obtainable game at that.
W-Mans.
Now I ain't even gonna hold y'all. As a long-time Marvel fanatic, I relished in my time beating this game all the way through. But I won't put any bias on how we grill up today. As always, we are here to determine if this game coincides with the attention span of my ADD community. Now, let's learn these game controls. The basics are square for normal combos, circle for grappling or picking up objects, X is for jumping, and triangle is for blocking. By moving the analog stick while pressing triangle, you can juke or dive out of the way as well. The other controls depend on the characters you are using. L1 is either for sprinting, flying, or teleporting. Certain characters can also wall climb with the same button when they're close to a wall. R1 is the power button. When the bar underneath your health is full, you can go into rage mode where you and your attacks get stronger and your powered attacks don't affect your stamina. The rage meter does decrease when you take damage though. R1 is the button that you combine with others for more vigorous attacks. R1 and square unleashes a distinctive power combo. Those same buttons also allow certain characters to launch long-range attacks like the Human Torch or Solera's Fireball, Spider-Man or Venom's Web, or Elektra's throwing knives. Adjacently, R1 and circle is a powerful grapple specific to the character. Also, Magneto can grab objects from a distance with the same action. Lastly is the finisher, which is also done with R1 and circle. However, it can only be used if the opponent's health is in the danger zone. Now that you know how to play Marvel Nemesis, let's dive right into the fight. The combat controls are simple relative to most combat retro video games. Square is usually an action button and X is usually how you jump. Just like Yu Yu Hakusho, R1 is how you power up in this game. You don't even need the back triggers to play. So in terms of how easy it is to learn these controls, the game passes the test with flying colors, at least to me. The visual of Daredevil and Venom web swinging on the same screen, or the two teleporting characters going wands all across the map, is just very appealing to the eyes. The game has 18 playable characters. I would have loved for it to have been at least 2 more characters. I know Captain America did make an appearance on the PSP version. Whatever. Like I said, the characters that were selected on Marvel Nemesis was perfect for the gameplay. Ones like The Thing, Hazmat, Storm, Wink, and Iron Man, who just rolling the ball out pound for pound is the best fighter in the game. I think the weakest when just throwing dukes is Magneto or Storm. But Storm just gonna zap you and Magneto just gonna pull an explosive barrel in and launch it at your face right before you get to him. You unlock all the characters by simply running through the story mode. I do like the fact that you can just pick which character story you want to play. Just having an option is refreshing. Versus mode is of course a 1v1, but just imagine if this game was up to 4 players. The chaos on the screen with all the characters' abilities being displayed at the same time. And you combine that with the explosive environment. And that's another thing. Most of the objects that you can pick up are also explosive. So getting knocked into some barrels can explode you into some other barrels, and then that explodes you into a car that sets on fire, and by the time you get up and try to get away, that car explodes and sends you flying across the map. This type of environment can either be used to speed up or slow down a match, which is another cool thing for people who want to speed through the story to unlock all the characters. Constantly throwing objects can be quite effective, until they catch it and throw that hoe back. An easy way to win a match in story is if there's like a bridge or some type of platform, you can just throw your opponent overboard to win. Outside of the gameplay, Marvel Nemesis does provide some type of like fan art by by way of short character movies from the story mode and trading cards, which are just like cool images of the characters. The movies from the story sometimes linger on, and you can't always skip them immediately. I think its total load time is slightly less than Yu Yu Hakusho's, or maybe the same. It just be those double saves to the memory card. Like, how many times do you gotta tell me that you're gonna save the game? But besides those disgruntles, I think Marvel Nemesis passes the test with flying colors again, because we are all inclusive at Bull Sense Gaming. I do wish that Marvel would sponsor some type of Mortal Kombat style fighting game with only Marvel characters. Games like Marvel vs. Capcom left off a lot of heroes and villains from Marvel in place of the Capcom fighters. At the very least, this game itself, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects, needs a reboot. It's been cooked even on the front, back, all around the edges. It's nice and tender, but even threw some parsley on that hoe. Bull Sense stamps. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the third episode of the Bull Sense Gaming Podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. And check out my previous videos and let me know what games you want to see on the Bull Sense Grill. This is Real from the Bull, signing out. Like, no, you can use my Crunchyroll.